Sunday of Miracle Month. What do we do? You wasn't here, you should have. You just did a child. Oh, that's all right, but you didn't really find out. Okay, so somebody that was here, tell me what happened the first Sunday of Miracle Month. Christopher, do you know? He wasn't here either. It wasn't Donnie. Right. We had Christopher Magic Man Miller, who tried to convince us that everything that Jesus did in the Bible was nothing more than tricks and magic. Okay. Well, see, bro, picture. And he said that anything that Jesus did in the Bible was just an illusion, a trick, and that he could do it. But yet, he wasn't able to feed the 50 people that were here with goldfish crackers we had 2 goldfish crackers and 5 oyster crackers. And I thought, well, that would be easy to feed the few people that are here. Jesus fed 5,000. That's a little tougher trick. But he couldn't even feed you guys. How many remember we left Super Sunday and we were all still hungry? And then he said that he could, what was the other thing that you could do? Oh, Cousin Luke came out and his dog had,
Fish died.
Went on to be with the devil. Fish died, but Fish was a dog. Fish was the name of the dog. And Fish had passed away, and Cousin Luke was heartbroken over it. And he came out here, and it just so happens that Christopher Magic Man Miller was here, and Jesus brought people back from the dead. Lazarus was the one that we talked about, who had been dead for how many days? 4. And the dog, Fish, had only been dead for about an hour. But was Christopher Magic Man Miller and his assistant Miranda, were they able to bring the dog back to life?
No.
Miranda was even given the dog mouth to mouth, and it did not work. No matter what she did, they just couldn't get that dog. They were just pumping its little chest, and it was flat by the time they got done. And then, so we said, okay, we'll try to pick something that maybe was a little easier. So Jesus walked on water. So all I asked Christopher to do was to walk from the edge of the stage to that first pew. Not very far. Jesus walked across the lake. So surely he could walk across air. I mean, you know, water would grab you and pull you down, but air, he should be able to just walk right across. And he wouldn't even try it because he knew that he would fall and hurt himself, and he did not want to hurt himself because he had to work the next day. So we found out that Jesus was not a magic man, Jesus was a miracle man. And so we went on from that to our next Sunday. We didn't have Super Sunday that Sunday night, so our third Sunday, we had some other special guest here. Who remembers who that was? Donnie Howard. Now what happened to Donnie? Car accident. Was it a bad car accident or was it just a little minor fender bender thing? Bad car accident. Donnie was facing death. You guys seen the video and the pictures and everything. And he was bloody and he was a mess. But God brought him back from that. They said, Donnie, you'll never walk again. And Donnie plays softball every week because God healed him. And they said, well, that's good, but you'll never be able to talk right again because Donnie had tubes on his throat, which messed up the muscles in his tongue where he couldn't use it like a normal person would. So he sounded a little funny when he talked. And they said, you're always going to sound that way because this is just, this is a repercussion of the accident. Donnie talks perfectly fine. If you didn't know any better, unless he told you, you would never know that he was in a bad car accident. Not because Donnie is anybody special, but because Donnie knows somebody who's very special. Okay? And then last Sunday, we had 2 special guests. We had who?
Adriana Samat-Madivong.
Yes. We had Adriana Samat-Madivong. And that's her last name. Don't laugh, it's going to hurt her feelings. And we had Pastor Miller, representing the older people who gave their hearts to Christ. Shh, I said older. You're older than I am. I was safe. That's a safe word. And we had Adriana representing the youth, and we had somebody that was going to be representing the children who didn't make it. But we had those 2. Now Adriana, we're going to have come back, and she's going to tell her testimony again. She wants to give a little bit more detail. When she was up here, she started to cry. Well, that's a good thing. That's a special experience. That's when you know it's real. So, So she's going to come back on another Sunday, and we're going to do it again with her, the interview part of it. Tonight, we have another very special guest.